Hello, cruisers. This is Rick Way, the Texas Cruiser. And I have told you that I will be giving you a report. I went to that for that open house the Port of Galveston gave about the master plan that was rolled out to them by the engineering firm that they had contracted with. It's a pretty comprehensive presentation. I have posted that on my Facebook page if you get a chance to. If you want to see the entire package of presentation, you can go to my the Texas Cruiser Facebook page and pull up my posting, and you'll see a link on there that goes to the Port of Galveston website, and it will have the full presentation. It's, like I said, man, it's pretty comprehensive. I'm really impressed with what they've pulled together. I won't. There's a lot on there. Covers the cargo. It's one end of the port to the other. What they can do from over the next 20 years to improve the outlook for the port, and I'm really impressed what they're going to do for the cargo side. What they show for the cargo side, and the port more than double its business if they follow this plan. If things go according to plan. The political, economic, and international climate changes every year, as you all know. So it causes things to be new directions, new ideas of the cargo business and all that. Well, I'm going to spend all my time actually about the cruise side, and some of the stuff you guys heard me. If you follow me closely, I've talked about many of these things in the past. Now this is down on paper with drawings and everything. This is the things I've been saying that the port need to do. With this engineering firm told me, said yes, this is what you need to do to be a vibrant, dynamic, world-class port, home port. They do show the diagrams. I knew that the port in Royal Caribbean has been discussing making their Terminal 10 down there bigger to include another dock, so they can have two ships down there. And the drawing shows how that can be accomplished, and I'm impressed with how they do that. Of course, there's two slips down there between Terminal 10, the MSC terminal, and the Royal Caribbean terminal. Terminal 10 is the Royal Caribbean, Terminal 16 is the MSC terminal. Of course, the Texas is going into that westernmost slip, and that's going to be a great location for all this, how this is all transpiring. They do show filling in the eastern slip, the one closest to Terminal 10, and reclaiming that acreage there, and they'll be able to do a lot with that filled in. They go ahead and build another terminal facility there for the split of the dock down there to bring in two ships. You can have another ship with its own terminal facility, and of course, you know, the real nice fancy Royal Caribbean terminal there for the most eastern cruise ship, the dock there. And so you will end up having three ships docked down there, the MSC and the two ships that Royal Caribbean brings in to those two terminals. I haven't heard anything, but Terminal A, Terminal 10A, and Terminal 10B is what I'm coming up with in my brain. So I'm sure Roger Reason has a different idea about that. So anyway, they show 4 different concepts of what they can do down there. Now they're talking about putting in some park stuff down there associated with the cruise ship, walkable area, shops and restaurants and retail along harbor side, and go ahead and build a big, huge parking garage there in front of the Royal Caribbean terminal. That's supposed to be a parking garage there back when they first built that facility, but that was the corner that they cut to get it all built at a certain price. But then they, like I said, parks, little pond area, and then some multifamily down there on the far eastern end of the port. Some more hotels, kind of like the Harbor House, that kind of stuff down there on the waterfront. More hotels on the waterfront. That'd be very popular. And then you go down to the other end of the cruise terminals down there. I'm gonna mention Terminal 1 just once, and that's the right now it's called Terminal 25. That's the old original cruise terminal that was built many years ago. Then next to that's the 28. Now they still show those two terminals. Now Carnival is in discussions with Port of Galveston to upgrade those two terminals, even beyond what they've already done recently. Upgrade. And they even talk about tearing them down and rebuild them because they want something similar to what MSC and Royal Caribbean has on their end. Something fancy and high tech, walk in the door and you don't stop till you get on board the ship. That kind of setup, some of you people, we see that down at the Royal Caribbean terminal. You walk in and if they're boarding, you walk straight on up to the ship. Facial recognition system working fantastic. The little tablets those people carry, they get you in real fast. So very fast boarding down at the Royal Caribbean terminal. And I know that the Terminal 25 has gotten a lot quicker now since they've done the upgrades there. But then after they do what they do for Carnival, there was also possibly there's a discussion about over there where the grain elevator was, they tore down. I've been saying all along, even before they tore the grain elevator down, they need to put another terminal down there on that side. Well, it's on the master plan, and then put parking garages down there in front of those terminals that feed directly in those terminals. Talking about having those down there. Now, they put in another, well, I'm going to call it Terminal 6 because Terminal 5 is going to be where the Royal Caribbean ships are. It'll be the Royal Caribbean will have two of them. There'll be terminals, or the third and fourth and fifth cruise terminal down there. That end we already talked about. This will be the sixth cruise terminal, probably Terminal 30 or something like that, whatever the port calls it. But then they take it another step further. Now, they're talking about getting the fifth terminal down there done by 2028. That's 3 years from now. Well, the reason why they say that is because they already know they're in discussions to get it done. So that's going to happen fairly quick. And then they say Terminal 6 done by 2030, 35-ish. Chances are, like they did the last master plan, it'll be bumped up 5 years like they did on that one. Especially if Carnival pushes to get that done. And then they're saying that by 2040, 2045, the seventh cruise terminal goes in. The engineers who designed and did all the research are saying that the fifth and sixth terminals need to go ahead and be on the board, ready to roll to get put in. And seventh is an overflow eventually down the road, like 2040-ish. So that, I think that's going to get bumped up even more. That'd be in the 2030s, I bet, more than anything. That's my forecast for that. So this is very comprehensive. This firm's done this before. It's done it many times. They did the 2019 master plan that, like I said, everything got moved up because everything got better and the business improved much quicker than they originally forecast. So it's an ambitious plan, but they still being a little conservative on timing. I think the timing is going to be a little more ahead of that than what they're saying, but I understand why they want to give it that time frame that they do, just to give, whenever economic situations and so forth occur. But this, you'll be seeing these pictures as I talk here. You'll be able to see them, and I'm going to post them during this video. All during the video, probably won't see much of me on here, so that's probably everybody be happy about that. But anyway, I'll be posting these pictures on here, and also you can go see the pictures on my Facebook page. You spend more time blowing it up and stuff like that, and see do all the oohs and ahs like I've been doing. Now Harborside will have to be upgraded. That's TxDOT's area between the Port, Galveston, City Galveston, and TxDOT. Now I do know that they've already been planning to put a ramp in from I-45 onto Harborside past the tracks. It'll drop back down the grade after they get past the railroad tracks. Thank God. I hate those tracks. But now they're saying bring upgrade. All of Harborside needs to be upgraded. Well, they're talking about being elevated all the way through until they get down to the port area, then drop back down to grade. That will be very impressive and very, very much needed. You won't have the flooding problems that we have today, So, very, very, very forward thinking, I think. So, I think the state's going to step up and get this going for the port, and it's going to happen. Everybody knows about I-45 getting upgraded all the way from Houston all the way down to Galveston Island, and it's moving right along pretty good. It's past League City now, and they're doing hard and heavy through Dickinson and Texas City now with the improvements of the roadway and doing some work down in the Lamarck area. It's going to be down to the causeway before you know, within a few years. So I'm looking forward to that day. I drive up and down that Gulf Freeway every day. So, but that's coming, and I know it's going to be. They're wanting to be making all that tie in to the port eventually, and they're supposed to be putting a ramp from the Gulf Freeway onto 61st Street to go to the beach. That's the road everybody goes up and down to get to the beach, go to the west end, to the seawall, so forth. Moody Gardens, that's how you got to go down 61st Street to get to Moody Gardens. So I'm excited. I'm real excited. The plan is actually blew my socks off. Much as you guys know me, I've been saying a lot of the stuff's coming, but what they presented even got me tongue-tied and excited. So anyway, folks, take a look at it. I think you'd be impressed too. I think you will. I know a lot of the cargo fans here in Galveston area. I know there's quite a few of them. They will get what they need for their cargo in. Also, lots of jobs going to be associated with all this, including the cargo and the cruise side. It's going to be a lot of jobs involved, thousands of jobs, man. So it's going to be a great economic and employment generator for this area, mainland side and island side. So anyway, folks, take a look at it. Shoot me a line. Say you're full of it, Rick, or yeah, Rick, we're on board too. So there's going to be a lot of neat cruise ships coming in out of Galveston, folks. I'm real excited about what all we'll have coming in out of here. And I think now you're going to see an expansion of itineraries. There's a lot of private islands being built right now then for Galveston to feed to. Royal Caribbean has big plans. Carnival has big plans for Galveston. Some of these other cruise lines, I think MSC is going to have some big plans for Galveston. You're going to see some. I like to see one of them world ships come out. Seascape's going. I'm excited about Seascape coming. I'm going to be getting on board her November 9th on her inaugural break in that brand new cruise terminal for MSC. I'm excited about that, but I like to see an old world ship come here too. Those are real cool looking ships, man. So anyway, Princess is going to be coming back. I was very disappointed when they left, but Princess is going to be coming back. I think so. They're going to be bringing a nice ship. Disney has already signed an agreement with the port for year-round sailings out of Galveston with a bigger, newer ship. Don't know which one it is yet, but that's what they said. They agreed to bring in a bigger, newer ship to sail out of Galveston for Disney. So, and I know celebrities, especially if Royal Caribbean has two docks down there available, celebrities going to be coming in utilizing one of them docks. So, the horizon is bright for Galveston. So, guys, watch for me on every Monday night at 8 o'clock on YouTube, and every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Myself, CNS Travel, and Adventures to Uncle Dave. We all sit around, we talk about the cruise of the week. Tune in, say hi, and ask your questions. You guys have a great time. I hope to catch you on a future cruise. Bye.